It was perfect.
Talk about starting off with a bang. I remember going to watch this movie for the first time in theaters, and funny enough, it would be the first time I ever went to a theater to watch a movie as well. Robert Downey Jr. brings the lovable, charismatic, and deeply flawed character of Tony Stark to life through his portrayal, and it was an amazing start to kick off the MCU.
Underrated. 1,000,000,000% underrated.
Personally, I've always thought this movie is very underrated. Norton's portrayal of Bruce as a tragic character definitely felt more darker and raw than Ruffalo's, but I think both excelled at making the character likable, and I liked both versions. The savageness of the Hulk in the scenes he's in and emotional beats make this movie memorable to me. I think Iron Man 2 is fine. We get introduced to Black Widow, which was a highlight. The suitcase suit-up scene was pretty cool, but it lost me with the depictions of Whiplash and Hammer as the villains. I thought they could have been done better. At least we got Don Cheadle as a pretty good roadie. Even though being my least favorite of the Phase 1 movies, it doesn't mean Thor was bad. I really had a great time watching this. It had good characters like Odin and Loki, and Thor's character development throughout was enjoyable to see.
Yeah, baby!
I think this movie is incredibly well done. Chris Evans does an amazing job at portraying Captain America, him and Peggy's romance. Hugo Weaving as Red Skull, I mean, there was just more than enough for me to love this introduction of Steve Rogers. The ultimate payoff to what was an amazing first phase. The level of excitement I had sitting down to watch this for the first time is arguably unmatched. And yeah, there have been better Marvel movies in years after, but this was the first time we got to see these characters interacting and working together on the big screen, and it did not disappoint.
It's pretty cool, I guess.
My least favorite Iron Man movie, where we get to spend majority of the movie with Tony Stark as a regular guy outside of the suit. It was nice seeing Tony use his brains to get out of situations, but it just went on for too long. Please don't get me wrong, the movie is not bad, just the way they handled the Mandarin as well never sat right with me. So I usually skip this one when I'm doing a rewatch. People always skip over this, because there's always an argument online on whether this really is part of the MCU or not, but the show has episodes that deal with the fallout of certain movies, so I'll be including it. The show has a very solidish first season, but only because of the later episodes. The first couple of episodes were rough to get through. Seasons 4, 5, and 7 were probably the best to me, the other seasons being mid to tragic, but they did give us a pretty badass Ghost Rider.
We do not care.
I honestly did not care for this movie. The Dark Elves never really felt like a menacing threat to me. It does have some good emotional bits, with Thor and Loki teaming up because of their mother, but the flaws outweigh the good bits.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Hands down, my favorite movie out of Marvel's Phase 2. We got Black Widow returning, Anthony Mackie as Falcon, Hydra, Bucky returning, espionage, Robert Redford as the villain, a greatly written story, all culminating into what was one of the best MCU movies to date. My second favorite movie out of Phase 2. It was definitely something special, and a departure from the normal MCU formula. I know people weren't really sold on this movie when it was first announced, but still gave it a chance, cause it's Marvel, and they wouldn't ever let us down, right? It was a good time, and I enjoyed it. As soon as Come and Get Your Love started playing, I knew I was in for a fun time.
I mean, it's alright, like...
I thought the first season was cool. It was a well put together spy drama with a good villain, while season 2 is where it all falls off to me. Hayley Atwell is what makes the series for me, as she brings a unique presence to Peggy.
Beautiful.
You can't tell me season 1 wasn't the best thing Netflix had on at the time. Charlie Cox was just amazing as Daredevil, with Wilson Fisk being the best thing out of season 1. The Punisher in season 2 and the whole of season 3 was just amazing. And I still think season 3 is one of the best TV show seasons Marvel has ever made. Honestly, this movie was just fine, and therein lies the problem. It's an Avengers movie. It should have been epic. We have the gang back together, they're introducing the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, we have James Spader playing Ultron. It should have been amazing, and it just turned out to be fine. I was skeptical of this movie going in, but it turned out to be a pretty good introduction for Ant-Man into the MCU. It's not on the higher level of other movies, but it was a fun time. As a big fan of Kristen Ritter and an even bigger fan of David Tennant as actors, I was very excited for this project, and I ended up loving it. The story was well done, and David played an amazing villain as Purple Man. Season 2 and 3 is where the show started having pacing issues, and the story became a mixed bag. The introduction to Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, the conflict between the Avengers, the introduction of Tom Holland as Spider-Man, the big fight scene between the two teams of Avengers, the big reveal at the end, the emotional final fight scene between Cap, Bucky, and Tony. Man, I love this movie. Personally, I feel Season 1 was very well done. Cottonmouth was a pretty good villain, while Season 2 just felt a little flat and uninteresting. Bushmaster was the only good thing, and the soundtrack scores it some extra points with me.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
This might be a hot take, but I really enjoyed this movie. Benedict was perfectly cast as the arrogant until he gets humbled character. Our boy Mads Mikkelsen was a bit wasted as Caecilius, but I enjoyed the character nonetheless. But the standout to me was Tilda Swinton, and I enjoyed everything she brought to the role, but one thing. Are we ever going to do something with Earth 616 Mordo?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
This was the first time a Marvel Netflix show was just uninteresting for me from start to finish. The fight choreography was mid at best, the CGI looked unfinished, and the plot was just completely boring.
Not bad, not bad.
I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but I did not enjoy this as much as everyone else did. It has a heartwarming story, the humor was okay for me at times, and the final battle with Ego was mid at best. Yondu was the best part of the movie. Spider-Man being my favorite Marvel superhero, and to the point where I own every classic Ultimate Spider-Man graphic novel, this movie or any Spider-Man movie will always be something I'm excited for. In other words, I'm completely biased when it comes to Spider-Man. That being said, I thought this movie was a good intro for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. His life at school, Aunt May, and Michael Keaton was a pretty good Vulture.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh boy, there are a lot of defenders of this series that are going to tell you it's good, and I'm here to confidently say, at least it was better than Iron Fist.
I don't know.
I could see why Marvel wanted to make this show to begin with, because the Inhumans have some amazing storylines and writing in the comics. But what we got was a half-baked show, and as soon as Marvel acquired Fox, the show was immediately scrapped in favor of the X-Men.
I like this one.
This is what happens when you use humor to the perfect point in your movie. It was fun, enjoyable, and I had an amazing time. A lot of people would say the humor is overdone, but I don't think so. It was a perfect mix of humor and seriousness.
I love it! Come on, let's go!
This is definitely one of Netflix's best Marvel series. Jon Bernthal was amazing as Frank. Season 1 was very well done, especially the last 3 episodes, but Season 2 has some problems. But overall, for Season 1 alone, this was a fantastic show.
God damn, Jimmy. This some serious gourmet shit.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. You will be missed. He delivers an amazing performance in this, followed by an equally impressive supporting cast. Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger was a standout villain, and it sucks that they killed him off so fast. This was a cinematic masterpiece, and every time I rewatch this movie, I'm just dropped right back into the excitement when I watched it the first time. Thanos proves why he's been the big bad since Phase 1, and gives us such a well-written villain with depth and nuance.
I like it, but not a lot. I don't like it.
This was the first movie after the masterpiece that was Infinity War, and it did not live up to the hype and excitement to carry it to those types of standards. While I think Paul Rudd is great as Ant-Man, the film just mishandled so many things. Its story, its villain, while it wasn't terrible, it just wasn't that great either.
No! Fuck! Shit!
Being just before Endgame, I think people were expecting a lot out of this movie. I know I was, because I like Captain Marvel as a character. I like Brie Larson as an actor. I just did not like the way she portrayed Carol in the movie, and I don't believe that's her fault. It has to do with the script and directing of the movie, and I hope in future we get a better movie out of her, because the character deserves that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I was gonna say this about Infinity War until I watched this movie, but this was the best opening night theater experience I've ever had. The crowd was amazing, and the movie even better than I could imagine. Everyone's trauma after Infinity War, them struggling to come to terms with what happened, the time heist, Thanos returning again, the big final fight, Cap lifting the hammer on your left, Tony's sacrifice. This movie was one big roller coaster of emotions, and it was amazing. I liked Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. I thought he played the role well, and I did like the movie. Peter going on a school trip, struggling with his life as Spider-Man, and just wanting something somewhat normal. Pretty good. Textbook stuff.
Yeah, boy. That's it. That lovely?
I loved this show. I thought it was pretty well done. It was a really mysterious show. You didn't really know what was happening, and I found that exciting. I think this show could have been a lot better than what it ended up being. We have Sam and Bucky coming to terms with the fact that Cap is gone. The buddy cop aspect was nice, but the story felt flat, and I know they could have done so much more to make this memorable.
This is the greatest thing that I have ever seen.
This is probably one of the best written Marvel series. Season 1 was very character driven and focused completely on the characters and their character dynamics, while Season 2 was amazingly well crafted as well, and I really loved this one. If I'm being honest here, this movie is about 1 or 2 phases too late. She should have had her movie long ago. While we got some good characters in Red Guardian and Yelena, ultimately, the movie was just forgettable, and I've never gone back for a rewatch.
And she's here.
I thought What If was okay. The show had its ups and downs. Season 1 was amazing to me. I really enjoyed every single episode. But after that, seasons 2 and 3 was just a disappointment. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this movie was the best one they put out after Endgame. I don't think it's perfect by any means. I just like the story they presented. But like I said, not perfect, but a good watch to me. And I rewatch it more than most of the recent MCU movies.
What do you mean,
You know I didn't like this movie when it first came out, and while I still don't think it's a great movie, I don't think it's that bad either. The cast they brought together was phenomenal. I mean, they brought together some seriously good actors, and yeah, it has flaws, but it has some good bits as well. You can see there was a good movie hidden somewhere in this mess.
Nice. Nice. Made me happy, made me smile. Nice.
I absolutely loved this series. I thought it was great. It had some cool moments, especially when they're escaping the warehouse, followed by the car chase scene. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye should have had his own show or movie long ago, and I loved Kate Bishop as a character, so I'm glad it didn't disappoint.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Listen, like I said, I'm a Spider-Man fan. I grew up watching Tobey. I loved Andrew's version of Spider-Man, and the web-slinging in Amazing Spider-Man is still unmatched. And seeing both of them alongside Tom Holland's Spidey facing previous Spider-Man villains was just cinema.
Hey, that's pretty good.
The show didn't disappoint me as much as it did some other people. I thought Oscar Isaac did an amazing job playing the character, and I'm sad we won't be getting a second season. As a Doctor Strange and Sam Raimi fan, this was kind of a letdown. They messed up Wanda's story arc from WandaVision. The Illuminati was treated like a bunch of chumps, and it normally doesn't bother me, but it felt like Doctor Strange was kind of taking a backseat in his own movie, and the story felt rushed. The characters were underdeveloped, and I just did not enjoy this one.
Not bad.
Not bad, but not good.
Yeah.
This show could have been so much better if they just stuck the landing, because those first few episodes were setting up a pretty solid show. However, I will say I loved Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan, and I enjoyed her performance the most out of this series.
Wow, man. Damn.
And this is what happens when you push the comedy elements way too far in a movie, and it greatly takes away from the storytelling itself. I mean, we had Christian Bale as Gore. We had Russell Crowe as Zeus. This should have been an epic third movie for Thor. Listen, I love Groot as a character, but he did not need his own show. Maybe if I was younger, I would have probably enjoyed this more.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
From beginning right till the end, this show definitely wasn't for me. None of the characters were taken seriously, the show wasn't even taking itself seriously. And instead of introducing a beloved character into the MCU, they decided to dump this garbage on us, expecting us to say thank you. I don't think this special is talked about enough. It was incredibly well shot. I really loved the story they gave us.
Oh, come on! You gotta admit this is cool!
I did not hate this movie nearly as much as everyone else seems to. Ryan Coogler had to rewrite an entire script because of Chadwick's untimely passing months before they started shooting. It was a tragic loss, and this movie feels like an emotional release to me. Angela Bassett gives one of the best performances ever in an MCU movie.
Oh, good. Why, that's very good. Yes, I like that.
It was a pretty charming addition to the MCU series. It felt very heartwarming and adventurous, with Mantis wanting to get Quill this present and Drax tagging along. I wouldn't mind watching this again. Do I even need to say anything? I mean, what are we doing here, guys? This movie was just bland, and I can't even think of anything I liked about it. They kept reshooting scenes, well, up to a month before the movie came out in theaters, and it's obvious, because it feels like a jumbled mess.
Oh my god! Wow!
I know people are gonna hate me for this, because everyone loves this movie. Well, I just think it was good. It was a nice send-off for all the characters.
Failure! Failure! You're still a failure! Failure! I can smell the failure!
Without a doubt, the worst thing Marvel has put out. Taking on one of the biggest and most popular comic book stories and giving us nothing from the actual story. They basically took something cool and made it bad. Nothing new here, really.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Let's just be honest here, people. This series is just forgettable. Like, do you even remember anything from the show? Besides the fact that you didn't like it or it was boring?
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go!
Do I think this movie has an amazingly well-written story? No. Is it nostalgia bait? Yes. Is it a entertaining fan service movie? Yes. And I loved it for what it is. Seeing everyone come back for one more movie was a cool experience.
I am very disappointed!
Let me tell you why I was disappointed with this show, and why it was a frustrating watch. I liked the character of Agatha so much in WandaVision, that when it was announced she would be getting her own show, I was like, yeah, okay, let's see where this is gonna go. And, spoiler, I didn't like what they did with it. Do I think it's bad? No. It just wasn't for me. After all the delays this movie went through, I think we all kinda knew it wouldn't be the best thing ever. And I, for one, can say with 100% honesty, this movie did live up to my expectations. It was definitely just an okay movie.
So good.
When season 1 came out, I thought it was good, not as good as the original series. And then they hit us with season 2, which was honestly amazing, and reminded me why I loved the Netflix Daredevil show so much.
Because I love it in here. I fucking love it!
This movie dives into some pretty deep stuff, man, like finding a purpose in life, living with your mistakes, depression, finding a family. And I think they handled those subjects very well. I loved it. This movie is proof that not every Marvel movie needs a big ending fight to be great.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Listen, as someone who really didn't like Riri's character in Black Panther 2, I can understand the hate this show gets. But to me, it was mid at best. It was cool to finally see Mephisto in the MCU though.
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
I think they did a great job with all the characters, but I just wished they fleshed out Ben's character a little more. I mean, he is supposed to be the heart of the team, but all in all, it was a pretty fantastic movie.
I mean, it's alright, like...
Yeah, they keep making these changes to the already established lore Marvel has for all these characters, and I, for one, was not interested in this one. It's just another one. Felt like an okay show. The animation was good, though.
That's good. That's damn good.
I was so excited when I found out about this project because as someone that loves the zombie projects from both Marvel and DC, and I can tell you, it did not disappoint. I loved mostly every episode and thought they did a good job. This series to me was a breath of fresh air from Marvel. There wasn't a lot of superhero action, and it just honed in on Wonder Man as a character, and what they gave us was an incredibly enjoyable show.
Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
I thought it was pretty good. It was nice to see Frank back in action. John Bernthal always does a good job, and I'm glad we get to see him soon again in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Speaking of Spider-Man Brand New Day, are you guys excited for it? Or are you more excited for Avengers Doomsday in December? Honestly, I just want to know, when are we officially getting a trailer for Doomsday? Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and subscribe for more.